something happened tonight before we got on. I told Jordan, I was like, we're probably going to be a little late. I got to see what this storm's going to do. Everything that I had was all logged out. Everything.
It was a sign.
You can't just use that two-factor authentication stuff, which now was the whole movement of securing all of your stuff. You have to have that two-factor authentication. Then they tell you, oh yeah, that can be easily hacked. So now don't use the two-factor. There was like another thing you have to apply for now.
Oh, and don't worry. We have a story that we'll cover.
That's exactly where I'm leading into.
Yeah.
So I get down here. I can't get into this software. I can't get into the radio software. I can't get into my, like all my Gmails are reset. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I log back into everything. I don't know what happened, but I know my mic settings and the camera settings were all reset to factory settings coming back into the software here.
Well, that's kind of on par from what's been happening to you the past like week or two, where Microsoft decides, hey, you're in the middle of something. Guess what? Restart.
Although we do have proof now that it's not just before we go on to the the show on Thursdays. It happened the other night. I was editing a project and I just sent you a screenshot and I go, apparently Windows thought otherwise. And I sent a screenshot and I go, so it's not just Thursdays that it's deciding to redo my computer, and I gotta wait for 20 minutes as it slowly tells you, oh, you're at 5% for this.
At least the week before it had the wherewithal to wait for us to end the show first, and then the internet crashed when we usually do our post-show hangout for a second. You're like, you were gone, and you're like, my internet literally just crashed the second we went off camera. I'm like, wow. So I mean, we're getting better at it.
Okay, there we go. Now.
See, you looked fine on our end. I wouldn't have messed with it.
I
you took a big risk there, buddy.
Everything was backwards. Like I'm seeing everything, but it was driving me nuts because I'm looking here and it look on the screen. I'm looking that way, and all right.
Let's start over. Hi, everybody.
And scene. There we go. Big Red Tower. Hello, my friend. Welcome back into the chat. So completely against forced software updates. I am too. I am the king of not doing automatic software updates. And
so funny.
I don't know what happened with Windows, but I know I turned that off at one point and it keeps doing this now. It just decides to do an update on it instead of letting me know. The editing session the other night, it didn't even let me know. It just said, updated, restarting your computer. There's an update happening, and it went to like a light blue screen, which, if you get the blue screen, that's not good. No. But you get the light blue screen, and then I see the percentage ticker going on that it's doing some kind of update thing. I didn't even have a chance to save my layout settings. Thank God, DaVinci and Premiere, they do automatic saves all the time. But it just shut everything off and started doing that update. My iPhone, I never have it set to automatically update because I learned many years ago, every time there's a new software update, you see on the news and online the next day, the fucking problems people are having. And it's not just that they didn't like the new features. They don't like that this, the clock is now on this side of the screen, or this is in a different position than they were used to. That's petty bullshit you can get over with. It's when they're saying, hey, they took this feature away, or this isn't working anymore. That's why I never do automatic updates. I get to the point where my phone says, it starts to brick and then says, you must plug in the phone. It is forcing the update on me because I went way too long because another update is coming and I still don't have the previous update.
Yeah, see, I'm Eric's evil Mexican twin here, and I'm running the iOS 26 beta for developers on my phone just to see if it goes away. So I've been testing new stuff, and I'm pretty sure I'm willing to brick my phone just so I can say I had it 5 months before everybody else.
And that does nothing.
It does nothing. There's no clout behind it.
That is as much of a clout or a humble brag as the people who are waiting online at midnight for the new iPhone release or something just so they can get on the news. And I was the first guy at the Apple store in New York. Whoop-de-doo. Everybody else got theirs a day early because they accidentally shipped it, and you got it early evening from Amazon or FedEx or whatever. Who cares that you were waiting online? Who the hell cares? People coming in with updates about software updates. Windows asks what time you want to update. Once you set a time, Windows doesn't ask anymore. It just updates at that time again. Yeah, I don't set any of that stuff to do it. I just wanted to turn it off. And whenever it comes on there, it's like skip, and I'll just skip it. because I don't want to do it. I don't need to deal with that stuff. And then it just decides whenever it damn well pleases to reboot everything and do my software updates. Our pal Chris, Subdivisions. Follow his YouTube channel. He has a lovely set of pipes on him, and he sings karaoke on Friday nights. More often than not, updates don't cause as much havoc, but also most aren't in trouble because they didn't do a security update that must I'm guessing he's saying must have a specific thing to be taken advantage of. I mean, he knows. He does IT and all that stuff, so he would know. Big Red Tower. I ran a Windows 95 beta back in the day. Been terrified of beta OSs ever since. I remember when Windows 95, we got that and installed it into the computer, or we got a new. I forget if we got a new one. We might have gotten a new computer that came with the CD for Windows 95. But I remember going through because the logo was different.
Netscape.
Windows. I don't know if Netscape. No, it was still Internet Explorer. The big thing that they were like, oh, look at all the cool shit you can watch. And it was showing us the Weezer's Buddy Holly video.
I remember that.
I was like, why was this pre-installed with Windows 95? It was fun, but I was like, I didn't really need a music video built into my computer for all of that.
It's Erik Nagel. Follow the show on all social medias at It's Erik Nagel for ways to watch or listen to the show, both live and on demand. Go to itseriknagel.com.